A friend asked me to make a video on the modeling tools that I use. So people getting into modeling can have some sort of idea of what they need to buy or to use for modeling an HO scale or any scale for that matter. So on the table here I have a wide assortment of tools, and just for a note, this is the 4th time I've tried to make this video. I made a video earlier with my my mini DV camcorder and discovered that I couldn't upload my video because I'm using my wife's laptop right now because my home computer isn't working for some reason, and to upload my video from my camera I need a FireWire plug, and the laptop doesn't have it but the home computer does, so I'm got to use my digital camera here again. So I'll try and get this video done as fast as I can. We'll start over here. This is my most prized possession in all of my collection. This used to belong to my grandfather. It's a machinist square. It's made out of steel, and it's old. It came in this oak wooden box, and it's used for such applications as building structures, building freight car and passenger car kits. It's for putting walls together basically, but it's a machinist square, so it's used in machining. Down here, show you right here, this right here is a tip cleaner, and it's a multi-size tip cleaner, but I use it for reaming out holes other than tip cleaning. It's great for that. Down here we have an assortment of pliers. We have the angled needle nose, the end shear, the flat point, the flat tip, which are the most useful pliers I use for bending wire and stuff. Standard needle nose and Xeron tool for flush cutting. Up here we have my razor saw and miter box with, see the 3 black pins there on all the holes. It's designed to hold your work in place while you work, and it comes with another razor saw that's twice the size, thickness or height and width as that razor saw. Right here we have my X-Acto knives, and I use the number 17 regular X-Acto blade, the number 11, which is the chisel type blade, the flat point, and I think it's a 45 degree angle blade. I can't remember the number of it. And spare bits, they're blades. But like I said in my last video, I like to sharpen my own blades, so I really don't go through blades that often. And another crucial element that you need for modeling is a set of micro screwdrivers in Phillips and flat point. That's just 3 of the ones I have. I probably have about 30 of them. And right here is another neat little thing. They're called micro brushes, and they're used for applying small amounts of glue and paint to whatever you need. They're designed to only apply a very, very small amount. Right here is also another crucial tool. This is the dial caliper, and what this is used for, this is actually one set up for guns and firearms and that kind of stuff. My dad is a gunsmith, and I consider myself an amateur gunsmith, so I know how to fix guns, and spent a long time, many years reloading and casting bullets and everything, and these come in absolutely handy because you have to know the length of the cases and everything when you trim them. But the dial caliper measures in thousandths of an inch, and it tells you exactly how thick whatever it is you're working on is. Like if you had a piece of wire or whatever, it tells you how many thousandths of an inch it is. Very crucial. Down here is the putty I use, which is 3M Bondo. I've had that tube for about 5 years. And it costs roughly the same amount as a small tube of the testers, which is about $5.99, $6.99. Well, this is about 15 times the size of that tube, and it's lasted me I don't know how many years, and it's still good and it's still pliable. These are dental picks. I use these for a number of modeling applications, especially for decals and widening holes and scribing and all that kind of stuff. They work great. My airbrush, which is a Pash. I've tried them all. I've tried the Aztecs. I've tried the Badger. I actually own 2 or 3 Badger, and Badgers wear out. This one I've had for a few years now, and it's worked flawless every time I've used it. Paint markers. Great for touch-ups and for small detailing and all that kind of stuff. Great for making graffiti on freight cars and stuff. If you know how to freehand draw, they're excellent for that. And here we have files. Standard machine file, 3-sided, and microfiles and riff files, which are curved, and they have different cutting applications that they're used for. They're excellent for getting into tight areas. And that's just 2 of my many clamps, adjustable and spring loaded. They're great for holding pieces together while you're gluing them. The modeler's what do you call it? Duct tape. That's basically CA glue. Not basically, it is. It's crazy glue in the big bottle. And that's what us modelers use now to put parts on, because it keeps the parts in place. Right there, the smaller of the 2 rulers, this one here, is what every modeler needs starting out. It is an HO scale, O scale, S scale ruler that measures in feet, in scale feet, and is an absolute must for any modeler when they're getting into the hobby. Well, not into hobby, but you'll need it for a lot of things. If you're scratch building, it really comes in handy. That's what you need. Paintbrush. Don't go out and buy any regular cheap paintbrushes from the dollar store, because they don't last. This is one of my finer paintbrushes. It's pretty worn out now. All the rest of them came in a package of 8. I have that one and one other small one left, and that's it. They were $75 for 8 of them, so they weren't cheap. I've had them for about 15 years, and they've lasted me. As long as you take care of them, like any of this stuff, as long as you take care of it, it'll last you a long time. I also use a tack hammer here, just a small modeler's hammer. It's a track hammer for modeling track nails in, but it's great for removing pins out of like steam engines and stuff, and for tapping stuff in. It's good for that. Wire brushes, brass, stainless steel, and hard plastic or whatever that is. But they're good for cleaning. They're also a must. And right here is a micro torch. It works off a refillable cigarette lighter, and I don't know how it works, but I think it takes the outside air and sucks it in and makes the flame up to 800 degrees, and it's great for soldering aluminum, brass, whatever else you can solder together, and it makes it lickety-split. And last but not least, well, not last but not least, but we have tweezers. Tweezers are an absolute must too. You always need tweezers, and if you don't have tweezers, you'll find out the day that you need tweezers and you don't have any. I've got about 25-30 of them, all different shapes and sizes and different methods. There are different functions that they have. But right here, this is one of my wife's old makeup brushes. It's soft. I use it for dusting models off. It's something that's in my arsenal here. And right here is one thing every modeler needs is a pin vise. It's a little handheld drill. It's adjustable. This has 4 ends on it. You just take the either end off and replace the tip, turn the tip around for different sizes of bits. And here's a box of micro bits. This goes from number 61 to number 80 of the smallest bits, and they break like nothing. So that's pretty much what I have. Oh, and over here, an assortment of sandpaper too. I have 220 to 600 grit. They're also a must to have and for modelers because it comes in real handy when you need to sand something. What else can I say? Other than soldering irons, which I have, I've got 3 of them. A soldering gun and 2 soldering sticks, all different wattages. My Dremel you've seen in my other video, that's a crucial tool to have too. I'll probably think of something else later. Elastic bands are also good for holding stuff together, like buildings and stuff. They can be used as a clamp. But that's all I can think about right now. So let me give you a shot of my layout here and what's going on. No scenery, it's a plywood central. Still. Just never have any time to do anything down here. I'll show some off some of my stuff. Here's an example of modeling. This water tower was scratch built by my father back in the 80s, and the water tank itself is made out of nut covers from a tractor trailer, from a rear wheel. That's the kind of thing that you do. It worked great for that. He scratch built all the frame and everything for it out of wood and put the ladder and everything on it, and it needs some work. It's really dusty and needs some revamping. I'll get to it one day. If anybody's looking for the Walther's rotary dumper, I have one right there I was planning on using. It can be motorized. It does work. It doesn't have a motor with it, but it can be set up to motorize. I'm thinking of selling it, so if anybody's interested in it, let me know and we can work something out. A shot of my yard. Shot of my paper mill over here. All this clutter all over the place. That was going to be a highway up there, but I decided not to. I'm putting a passing siding and an industry spur up there. Okay, well, that'll be it. My scratch built flat deck, 48-foot flat deck. Look at that, Optimus Prime, almost HO scale. Almost. Okay, well, that will end this video. We'll talk to you later.